We are live.
All right, welcome to another day of House Judiciary. We had a light week, so normally I don't like to meet on Fridays, but since we had a light week, I figured we would meet and get ahead on these Senate files. Today, at the end of the day, will be the crossover day, the 50% mark of our 2022 budget session, and this will put us ahead, committee. Carol, will you please call the roll?
Representative Crago.
Here.
Representative Larson.
Here.
Representative Oakley.
Here.
Representative Provenza.
Here.
Representative Rodriguez Williams.
Here.
Vice Chair Washut.
Here.
Representative Yin.
Here.
Representative Zwanitzer. And Chairman Olson.
Here.
All present.
Excellent. We're going to discuss two bills today, Senate File 25, District Judge Positions Authorization, and Senate File 29, Liability for Governmental Healthcare Providers Amendment. We'll take them up in that order, and we will start with Senate File 25, District Judge Positions Authorization. Committee, this is a joint judiciary bill that you are all intimately familiar with from the interim. Does anyone have any opening remarks or questions about this bill? If not, we will go to public comment. All right, public comment. Ms. Butler, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. My name is Elisa Butler. I am the State Court Administrator at the Wyoming Supreme Court. I'm just here today to let you know that the judiciary very clearly is in support of this bill. And for your information, I think you all remember, but during the interim, there were actually two mirror bills that came out of the joint judiciary. This is the first. So this is Senate File 25. Basically, what this does is it provides for authorizes three new district court judges in three different judicial districts. One of them is the 3rd Judicial District, which covers Sweetwater, Uinta, and Lincoln counties. The second is the 6th Judicial District, which covers Campbell, Crook, and Weston counties. And then the 3rd is the 7th Judicial District, which covers Natrona County. So this bill just authorizes the positions. There is no appropriation attached in this bill. In Senate File 26, which also came out of the interim, there is an appropriation attached for both the 3rd and the 7th Judicial Districts. There's no appropriation currently for the 6th Judicial District because they are working on getting quarters ready and available for the new judge in that judicial district. In these 3rd and the 7th, they already have a courtroom and chambers available for those two judges. So just a quick explanation of the bill. I would be happy to stand for any questions if there are any.
Ms. Butler, can you just back up to that appropriation? Sure. Were you, you're talking about in the budget?
Mr. Chairman, no, in Senate File 26, not in Senate File 25, there is an appropriation for both the judges and staff in the 3rd and the 7th judicial districts.
That's right. Okay. And that bill already passed out of the Senate?
Mr. Chairman, it did. And so Senate File 25 and Senate File 26 have both been passed out of the Senate. And I believe 26 has been introduced or is waiting for introduction, I'm sorry, on the House floor.
We do not have Senate File 26 in front of us.
Mr. Chairman, that's correct. Yep.
Okay. Vice Chairman Washut.
Thank you. Do we really need both bills or?
Mr. Chairman, Representative Washut, can you say that again? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
Do we need both bills? If they're mirror bills, only one's got the appropriation, this one doesn't. Sounds like we can vote this one down and wait for 26 and accomplish the same thing.
Mr. Chairman, Representative Washut, I think both bills are not necessary. I think that's true. We would support both in case one of them does not pass out of the House. And so I think that is where the issue lies. At some point, if both bills pass out of the House, they will need to be basically married up in the future.
But this bill in front of us, Senate File 25, authorizes the 3 positions.
Mr. Chairman, that's correct.
So it is what the judiciary wants is 3 positions.
Mr. Chairman, that's correct. Yes.
Okay. Any other questions for Ms. Butler? Thank you, Ms. Butler.
Thank you.
Did Judge Blumell sign in? You want to go ahead and let him in, please?
He is a panelist.
Welcome, Judge.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Judge Blumell. I really have nothing to add. If you have any questions, I am available to answer any questions. Thank you for admitting me as a person to provide any testimony.
Representative Oakley.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Good morning, Judge. Do you have an understanding of why there are 2 bills?
Mr. Chairman, Representative Oakley, my only understanding as to why there are 2 bills is when we initially presented this matter to the Joint Judiciary Committee as an interim project. This bill was the first one. After it was passed, we conferred with Chief Justice Kite, or I'm sorry, not Kite, Chief Justice Fox, and she confirmed that in fact there are facilities in both Casper and Evanston. And I believe that as a result of that and work with the Joint Judiciary Committee, Senate File 26 was initiated that provided for the funding for those 2.
Committee, Representative Yin.
Mr. Chairman, I thought I knew why we had 2 bills, and I think the judge is good to point out that this was the first bill, and the other bill actually puts in the judges. This one just says we could enact a law later to put in the judges. So I don't think this is a necessary bill. If that is how Judge Blumell also sees it.
Yeah, I guess for whatever reason, it slipped my mind that we had 2 bills committee. So we can finish public comment, but what I'm probably going to do is I think we'll just hold on to this bill. Just go ahead and table it, hold it in committee until we have both bills in front of us, and then we can work them together, I think is the best way, and make a decision.
Just move to have an appropriation, basically have this mirror, so we're done with it. We've voted and moved it on,
You mean substitute in 26 into this bill?
basically amend it to be the same.
Well, 26 is sitting on the desk of the clerk right now to be read in, so we'll have it.
Oh,
We'll be able to probably hear it next week. I think we ought to. I think we'll just table the bill and we'll hold on to it. We'll wait until we see what happens with Senate File 26. And once they're both in front of us, we can make a decision on how to act. It would not make any sense to put both of these on the floor, I don't think. So, Judge, did you have any additional comments on this?
Mr. Chairman, I think your recommendation is very wise. I think as Ms. Butler has described, Mr. Chairman, we really need these judges. We would prefer to have 2 of them funded immediately since there are facilities available. And I think that says it all.
Excellent. Just got a little delirious with all the budget amendments in the last couple of days, so forgot about that other bill. All right. So I would ask if there's more public comment, but I'd probably just be wise to save additional public comment until we have both bills in front of us. Hopefully that will be next week. Is that okay with everyone? All right. Apologize for that. but we did get you out here early on a Friday morning. So, all right, so without objection, this bill is tabled. And we will move to Senate File 29. Liability for governmental healthcare providers amendment. Representative Crago, can you give us a brief introduction, reminder of what this bill is?
I'll do my best, Mr. Chairman. My recollection is on the bill, what we're really trying to do is clear up the statute regarding medical malpractice liability. Right now, there's language in there regarding negligence under the current statute, and really it should only be applied to medical malpractice claims, or that's the intent of the bill, rather than general negligence for other things outside of medical malpractices. They fall under the Governmental Claims Act, and also as it applies to our coverage under that for insurance purposes.
Committee, any questions for Representative Crago? Vice Chairman Washut.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So in a scenario where there isn't medical malpractice, but there is negligence, what does the citizen, what cause of action does the citizen have at that point if we pass this bill?
Mr. Chairman, Representative Washington, if I remember correctly, during the testimony and the discussion of this, it would fall under a different provision, I think, of the statute. We're not saying that they're not liable for negligence. It's just the reason we have to clarify this, and I think we'll see another bill that Senator Nethercott has sponsored regarding the limits of liability on malpractice action versus general negligence actions. And I think we're trying to make that distinction in the statute so that, because medical malpractice claims under the Governmental Claims Act have a higher limit than do general negligence claims.
Committee, any other thoughts, questions on this before we move to public comment? All right, let's roll over to public comment. Were the courts going to testify on this bill? I assume not. And we, Carol, still have two individuals.
No, they have left.
They have left. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to assume that the trial lawyers would like to testify. No. Wow, this is an exciting bill. Is there any public comment on this bill? Would you like to enthrall us with public comments? You're it, Mr. Winnie. You got nothing, Bill.
I suppose I could come up with.
I'm sure there's a submarine story or something.
I could tell you some stories.
All right. Seeing no public comment on this bill, I will close public comment. Committee, really could have had this meeting at like 9:15. I apologize profusely. I might not be chairman on Monday. I made my committee come in on a Friday. We don't normally meet on Friday at 8 a.m. Sorry, guys. What is your pleasure on this bill?
Move the bills.
Moved by Representative Lawson and seconded by Representative Oakley. Discussion on this bill or amendments on this bill? Question being called on this bill. Carol, will you please do a roll call vote on Senate File 29, liability for governmental healthcare providers amendment?
Representative Crago.
Aye.
Representative Larson.
Aye.
Representative Oakley.
Aye.
Representative Provenza.
Aye.
Representative Rodriguez Williams.
Aye.
Vice Chair Washut.
Aye.
Representative Yan.
Aye.
Representative Zwanitzer.
Aye.
Chairman Olson.
Aye.
9 ayes.
Excellent. And since Representative Crago did such a great job presenting this bill, I think we'll let you floor manage it if you don't mind.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, we are adjourned for the day.